Ground ball up the left side. Pass, rolling. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's a throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome back here to Minot for your Irie Insurance pregame show ahead of our third place game with the Kindred-Richland Vikings and the Mayport CG Hat Northwood Patriots. Here's the Vikings dropping the game to the Thompson Tommies last night. Tommies come from behind with the 4-3 victory in that one. And the Mayport CG Hat and Northwood Patriots dropping a 4-2 game to the number one seed, the Beulah Miners. So they match up in the third place game. Coming up here, this is your Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to the teams competing in today's game, and go Patriots!
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right, Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Irie Insurance pregame show, a little bit of an abbreviated Irie Insurance pregame show as we get switching over from our fifth place game to our third place game now here. But we were able to catch up with the head coach of the Kindred-Richland Vikings, head coach Sam Brandt. The Kindred-Richland Vikings, Sam Brandt, ahead of the third place game. And coach, to bounce back, what's this team got to do here today?
You know, next season starts now. That's a big thing. We have all of our starters are returning, so we're going to I told him today, punch somebody in the mouth. Prove to everyone watching that we did not play our game yesterday, but we're going to be back next year, and that's exactly what we want to do with this game.
What is it on your game that you want to see them do that?
I want to put the ball in play. I want to have less errors, and I want to be aggressive on the bases without being hesitant on the bases. So, they know their errors. They know, and I think we had more errors yesterday in one game than we did almost all season. So, these guys are ready to play. I know they want this more than they want anything else right now. So we're just going to go out there and control over and have some fun.
All right, Sam, thanks for the time. Best luck with that afterwards.
Thank you.
Sam Brandt, head coach of the Kindred-Richland Vikings, as they do their pregame warm-up line dancing here. That's been the familiar sight for them out there on the field with the left, right, back, and there we go. We'll have more pregame coaches' cons coming up. Coach Keenan Konchak coming up here for the Mayport CG Hat and Northwood Patriots when we return to your Irie Insurance pregame show.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We at Irie Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Irie Insurance pregame show. More pregame coaches' comments here ahead of Kindred-Richland and Mayport CG Hatton Northwood for the third place matchup here of the state fast pitch softball tournament. Let's hear from head coach Keenan Konchak.
On this third place game, and coach, what's the focus here to play after last night's loss?
Yeah, so I've always noticed something special about these girls is that they have short memories, which is good when you're competing out there. It was a tough loss. These girls were pretty down on themselves, obviously, with the way things went out. But we lost against a good team, and now we got to come back today and have another opportunity to go get a third place trophy. So kind of a revenge game, too. They got us earlier in the season, so hopefully we can change things up a little bit.
And always a good when you can be out on the field and also just trying to end the season with a victory.
Absolutely. Not a lot of teams have that opportunity to end their season with the win. So, obviously playing a very good softball team today. Coach Brandt gets those girls going. Very young team as well. So hopefully we can start putting the ball in play. I think that was a big struggle for us last night, and be focused on that early today. And hopefully we get behind our pitcher. Danica Hansen will be throwing today. So should be a great game for us.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck. We'll talk to you
All right, thank you.
Head coach Keenan Konchak joining us with our pregame coaches' comments here on your Irie Insurance pregame show. Your trusted personal business insurance agencies. Find them online, irieins.com, the website. We'll be back here wrapping up our pregame show with our starting laps ahead of first pitch in this third place matchup between Mayport CG Hatton Northwood and Kindred-Richland here on yourliveevent.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Starting lineups here with the Kindred-Richland Vikings, the number 3 seed in this tournament, the home team in this matchup against the number 5 seed, Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. Let's look at our starting lineups from American Crystal Sugar Company. Learn to live the sweet life with American Crystal Sugar online, crystalsugar.com. Mayport CG's Hatton Northwood's batting order here for the Patriots will be Mesa Larson leading off, playing shortstop. Danica Hansen will bat second due to the pitching. Riley Satcham will be the designated player here today. She'll bat in the 3-hole as she will hit for the first baseman, Brooklyn Galdi. Raina Satcham will bat fourth due to the catching. Parker Strand will be batting fifth, playing center field. Madison Sand will be in right field. Hudson Zerfus bats seventh, plays third base. Reagan Zerfus bats eighth in left field. And Alicia Foss will round out the batting 9 at second base for Mayport CG Hatton Northwood. They will face a Kindred-Richland Viking lineup that has Danica Rath take the ball in the circle to start things off. Mackenzie Fuchs behind the plate. Cora Johnson at first base. Graham Malk at second. Leah Rowland at shortstop. Avery Ammerman at third base. Eliana Schmitz in left field. Jansen Jordheim in center. And Anya Essling in right field for Kindred-Richland. That's your starting lineups here from American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life. Find out more about the grower-owned American Crystal Sugar Company with crystalsugar.com. Lineups are ready. First pitch comes up when we return on yourliveevent.com.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
Top of the first inning. Let's get things started here. Thanks for joining us here as we wrap up our Irie Insurance pregame show. Remember, IrieINS.com for all your insurance needs with Irie Insurance. Mayport CG hat to Northwood. The Patriots come to the plate. Mesa Larson, Danica Hansen, Riley Satcham to lead us off. Thanks for joining us here for this audio-only broadcast as it's been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the NDHSAA. Larson into the left-handed batter's box. Rath into the circle, and the first pitch is fired in for strike one. Here is, well, this game getting going almost an hour and a half, almost 2 hours later than anticipated. Here's a little nubber off the bat towards pitcher's mound, and safe at first as Larson beats out the infield single. So runner on first to lead things off for Mayport CG hat to Northwood. Now Danica Hansen will come up here for the Patriots. Hansen will do the pitching here today after playing third base last couple games. Shows bunt, pulls back, runner goes. Little bobble of the ball, no throw down. Safe at second on the stolen base for Mesa Larson. So 1-0 to Danica Hansen. Here as Rath sets and delivers, and this one cut on here into right field. Essling underneath it, and she will grab it here, sure-handed there in right field for the first out. Hansen flying out, runner holds and brings up Riley Satcham. Riley Satcham pitched the last couple of games for the Patriots here at the state tournament. She'll give the arm a rest, be the designated player today. Here's the first pitch outside for ball one. Runner on second base, Mesa Larson with the leadoff single and a steal to put her into scoring position early on for Mayport CG hat Northwood. Rath will check the armband for the pitch and deliver, and fall tipped here for strike one. Kenzie Fuchs playing a little hot potato behind the plate, grabs it and gets it back to pitcher Rath as it popped up on her, and it's already a foul ball. She'll set up on the outside to plate as the pitch comes and pulled the string, but missing for a ball. 2-1. Riley Satcham batting, Raina Satcham on deck for Mayport CG hat Northwood. 2-1 is the count. Here's this one is a called strike. Going to even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4 placing games here today. 7th place, 5th place. Right now it's 3rd place, and we still got the championship game to go. As here's the ball whiffed down the left field line, up against the line. Just, ooh. If we weren't on a turf field, I'd say only a blade of grass between that being fair and fall. So a long fall definitely would have scored 1 run, and Satcham would have had extra bases. As it is, it's still a 2-2 count. And Danica Rath ready to send the pitch in. Pitch up high for a ball. Kindred-Richland here dropping the game to Thompson last night after they took a 3-1 lead. Tommy's scored 3 to take a 4-3 lead. And Kindred-Richland had a great opportunity with runners on first and second in the bottom of the sixth when the Tommies were making a pitching change, and after the warm-up pitches were done, but before the first pitch would be thrown, we had a rain delay. Here's a ball hit up the middle, and the run will come into the plate and score, and then get up to second base. Satcham goes up on the throw. So a base hit for an RBI. Larson scores all the way from second base. And here it's Riley Satcham going to second on the throw. Here, one down, and Raina Satcham will bat now. And this one up for a ball. So I was saying in last night's game for the Vikings there, that rain delay came in. Ended up being about a 35-minute delay, and then you got the 10-minute warm-up period after that, and then coming out with runners on first and second, and the first batter lined one to the glove at first, and the runner got doubled up. And then a little pop-out, ground out there to get out of the inning for Thompson. And the Vikings weren't able to get anything in the seventh there to try and come back. Here's a ground ball left side, picked at third, throw across the diamond, backhand there at first by Johnson. And a good job also to get the out, but also keep the runner, Riley Satcham, there at second base. Makes a good, strong throw. Well, that will bring up now Parker Strand. Strand had a base hit last night. There's the first pitch to her, is up off the glove, and the wild pitch moves the runner up to third. So 1-0 to Parker Strand. I think this Patriot team has the most left-handed hitters in their lineup of this state tournament. Here's Strand, along with Riley Satcham here. Here's a 1-1 count now. Here in this top of the first inning, Mayport CG had Northwood looking to strike first, looking to extend it. Here's a fly ball left field, readjusting, making the catch of Schmitz out there, and that will be the third out. So the fly out to end it, and it will be the run coming across to make it 1-0 on your IRA Insurance scoreboard. Mayport CG had Northwood leads Kindred-Richland as the Vikings come to the bat.
More at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Kindred-Richland Vikings come to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. Leah Rowland, Brea Mauk, Avery Ammerman will bat as they lead things off. Shortstop, second base, third base. There we go. And put that there. Flip the page in the book, and here we go. Strike one now to Leah Rowland. Against Danica Hansen. Facing off. Here's this one high to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Danica Hansen pitching. Raina Satcham catching. Brooklyn Galdi, the flex player, at first base. Isha Foss takes second base. Mesa Larson at shortstop. Hudson Zerfus here comes into the field after DPing the last couple games. She'll play at third base. Reagan Zerfus in left field. Parker Strand in center. And Madison Sand in right field. Here for the Patriots. Pitch was fouled off away. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Hansen. It's inside to the hitter. No. Oh, it's just inside for ball 2. Wait. They're saying she leaned into it. Okay. So it's a 2-2 count. 2-2 here to the lead-off batter, Roland, as the sun peeks out behind a cloud a little bit. We've had a little bit more cloud cover coming here as the afternoon has stretched on here, but blue skies is what we see from the press box here. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hansen with the strikeout to start off the game from the circle. Here's in the mid-80s today in Minot. Nice day to be out on the softball diamond as this one's popped up into the netting behind home plate. Here and yeah, we did have that rain shower that came through and just paused us for, like we said, about 45 minutes last night. Other than that, it's been really nice here with the sunshine, light breeze coming around here at the South Hill Softball Complex. Pitch is outside for a ball, 2-1. 2-1 here to Brea Monk. With 1 down and the base is empty. This one struck into center field. Going back is Strand. Retreating here and making the catch for the out. F8, out number 2. Here for Kindred-Richland. Brings up Avery Arman now. Here, the third baseman for Kindred-Richland. Hansen's looking for a 1-2-3. She'll start this at bat with a fall pitch off out of play. Checking here across town with Chase Miller at the baseball diamond there. Corbett Field, North Star leading 4-3 over to Lax Burlington in that 5th place game in the top of the 5th. That was about 20 minutes ago. So that one you'd think would be maybe into the 7th. Oh, we're close to it. An 0-2 delivery, soft little pop-up here behind home plate. The catcher, Raina Satcham, will come out, get it, and that will be a 1-2-3 first inning for Kindred-Richland. Mayport CG had Northwood leads as they come to bat in the top of the 2nd, 1-0 on your IRA Insurance scoreboard.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Top of inning number 2 here in this North Dakota Class B fast pitch softball tournament, the 3rd place game. Earlier today, we had our first walk-off of the tournament with Lax Burlington, Lewis and Clark walking off in the bottom of the 7th with an 8-7 victory over Central McLean. bases loaded, 1 out in that one, and they had a base hit for 2 with an error allowing the third run to score. In the 5th place game, it was Renville County over Hillsborough Central Valley, 6-2. Their tournament first in that one, and that was a over-the-fence home run. We had a couple inside the park home runs, but the first one over the fence there from Ginger Savicool, who was also perfect through 5 innings in that game as well in the pitching circle, ended up with 15 strikeouts in the victory for the Mavericks. That brings us to where we're at right now in this 3rd place game as Madison Sand falls off the first 2 pitches into an 0-2 hole here against Danica Rath. This one popped here in between first and the pitcher's mound, and it will roll foul. There's it, landed in and just went straight towards that foul line, and the Vikings said, we're just going to let it roll foul here because if I pick it up, we're going to have a collision, and then all sorts of things can happen, so foul ball. And then Danica Rath can come here with an 0-2 count and deliver the pitch as Fuchsa sets up high and gets her with the heater. Fall tip there, and it's held on for the out. Strikeout number 1 for Danica Rath here today. Hudson Zerfus comes in. Rath has pitched the bulk of the innings for Kindred-Richland in this tournament. Cora Johnson's come in, relief, got a couple under her belt. Here's strike 1, here's a ground ball here towards third. Ammerman fields, and the throw over to first in time. So the 5-3. Out number 2. Brings up Reagan Zerfus. She bats now. Reagan here was flex player out in left field the first 2 games, so her first at-bat to this state tournament right now. Here for Mayport CG had Northwood. Look at these 2 teams. The 3rd straight appearance for Mayport CG. Here's they've come in, get to this 3rd place game here this year as we get a called strike there. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And then you look at Kindred-Richland as the Vikings. That's their 10th appearance they've made every state tournament since 2013. 5 total seniors between the 2 rosters. None of the 5 in the starting lineup here today. Here's the 3-2, and this one popped up into shallow, well, in on the, what would be the dirt here on the turf field, as the catch is made by Monk at second base. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Patriots. And now the Vikings come to the bat, trailing 1-0 on your IRE Insurance scoreboard.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Kindred-Richland to the plate here in the bottom of inning number 2. Trailing by a run, it will be the 4, 5, 6 batters. As Mackenzie Fuchsa takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Fuchsa, then Danica Rath, Eliana Schmitz. Facing Danica Hansen, pitching for Mayport CG had Northwood. This one too high, sails up to the backstop. Here, ball 2.
Fuchsa, 2 balls, no strikes.
Here's the pitch comes, check swing, but it's called strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
As I was saying before the end of the last inning, both teams here trying to, well, they will be bringing back virtually all their lineup here. It's just a handful of seniors between the two. And you look at what they've been able to do. Kindred-Richland in the state runner-up last year, and they're looking to see if they can stay in the top 3 here this year, if they can win this one. Here's the runner reaches, Fuchs safe on the walk, and then the courtesy runner coming in as Remy DeBoard will run.
Courtesy runner for the Vikings, number 4.
Brings up Danica Rath to pitch, or to hit. Now the pitcher going to go hit.
Come in and run here for Fuchs on the catcher. She's going to get the
Here in Mayport CG, looking at here in their 3rd straight state appearance. Here going 7th place, 5th place, and trying to see if they can jump up a couple more spots here as they want to get into the top 3 this year. Would be their highest finish. This one is fall back out of play. Here and then in our championship game, the Beulah Miners are already guaranteed their highest finish. This will be their first ever state championship game appearance. The Tommies were runners up to Central Cass back in 21. Here's a pass ball. Ooh! As the throw down to second, and DeBoard takes it off the helmet. And she looks to be okay as it hits the helmet as she was sliding in and then deflected there into shallow left field. Everyone's okay, though, and DeBoard is safe at second on a pass ball. So, what was that? 2-1? Yep, 2-1 the count. This one makes it 3-1, missing low. Here for Danica Hansen doing the pitching for Mayport CG at Northwood. Rock can deliver this one. Ground ball, chopped to the left side, picked at short, check the runner, throw to first, get it back, relay throw across, back to third is off the line. And were we safe? We were safe at first. So Rath beats it there. Infield single.
brings up Elena Schmitz, the left fielder.
No, going to be rolled as an error. All right. Can change that.
Schmitz facing
Now hitting left fielder number 0.
There, so runner reaching safely. Runners on the corners here with nobody out. First pitch in the dirt. There, no throw down here as Rath steals second. Here now the pitch bunted at, pulled back, and let's roll the ball. 2-0 now to Eliana Schmitz. Hansen here, again a bunt, and this one fouled off behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Eliana Schmitz batting here with a chance for the Vikings to get a couple runs here. If they can plate them both, they'd take the lead, trailing here 1-0 on your IRA Insurance scoreboard.
Beautiful spot to watch a ball game.
Danica Rath here will, well, here we got down the third base line, and it's going to be fall as Hudson Zerfus and Danica Hansen both come here and let it roll fall. Here's a 2-2 the count to Schmitz. This one watched it up high as she leans out the way. Here for a 3-2 full count now. First base is open, nobody out in this bottom of 2.
Here's the 3-2 pitch.
Called strike 3. Looking at that one, picking up the second strikeout for Hansen in the circle. And now we'll bring up Cora Johnson.
Playing first base, number 17, Cora
Johnson with a couple of runners in position, trying to send them around. She'll show bunt, pull it back, ball bounces away. Runner's going to break for the plate, and in time, no throw. Dubord will be safe at home on the pass ball, and Rath will hold up at third. So the run comes in. We're tied up in the bottom of the second inning at 1 run apiece. Bunt shown and bunted fall. Here with the 1 out and a runner on third base being Danica Rath. Cora Johnson at the plate. Anya Essling on deck. Here's the 1-0 swing and a miss for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You're checking out down the third base line. I'm trying to see if I can differentiate between who the Viking fans are and who the Miner fans are. A lot of blue there. A little bit easier to tell between Mayport, CG, Haddon, Northwood, and Thompson. That might look a little Christmassy over there with the red and the green. But look at it here, and you see 2 of the Region 2 teams taking top 4 here in state. And a Region 1 team in the Vikings and a Region 4 team in the Miners round out those top 4 finishers. Here count remains 2-2 as that one was fouled away, and this one is also fouled away. Here's Johnson staying alive here with the 8th pitch of that bat upcoming.
If you retrieved any softballs,
and we need to get some fresh softballs thrown in.
thank you.
There's 1 from there. There's 2. There's 3. 3 new balls. And the count is 2-2. 1 down, runner on third base here in the bottom of the second inning. This one runs inside as she skirts all the way. Ball down to third, gets wide. Gets wide as it can't be gloved, and the run will come in and score easy. Rath will run home there on the throwing error. There, so the lead for Kindred-Richland now at 2-1. So Satcham trying to get the runner there, and the throw had to reach across the body as Zerfus had to go off her glove. That allowed the runner to come in. Now here's the pitch. It's called strike 3. Danica Hansen picks up the strikeout. 2 down now. Base is empty. Brings up Anya Essling. Hansen's first pitch is up high for a ball. Danica Hansen here at 38 pitches. Hanging around a 50-50 margin here with 20 strikes, 18 balls. Swing and a miss. Only strike 1. There's so far. Hansen here with the couple runs given up. She struck out 3, no hits, just 1 walk allowed so far. There's a swing and a miss, makes it a 1-2 count for Anya Essling. She'll take a moment here, walk around, a little look down at Coach Brandt at third. Step back into the box, choke up on the bat and ready to be a hitter as it comes in and is off the plate for a ball. Even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anya Essling at the plate. Here the right fielder played a really nice right field here. She's remember running catches, but this one the pitch runs by her for the swing and miss, strike 3. And that will be the final out. 2 runs come across for Kindred-Richland. They lead now 2-1 on your Irie Insurance scoreboard. Top of inning number 3 comes up on yourliveevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
2-1 our score as we hit the top of the third inning. Mayport CG had Northwood. We'll have the 9-1-2 batters. Isha Foss will lead off. Then Mesa Larson, Danica Hansen. Here's a pitch inside, swing and a miss. After the first pitch was ball one. Evens it up, 1 ball, 1 strike from Danica Rath for Kindred-Richland. So look to reset the Viking defense in this one. Danica Rath pitching, Mackenzie Fuchsa catching. Cora Johnson, here's at first base as this ball hit to left field. Whoops it there over the shortstop and into left. Foss in the 9 spot, being a table setter in that leadoff single. Rest of the defense there with Johnson at first, Graham Auk at second, Leah Rowland at short, Avery Auerman at third, Leona Schmitz in left field, Jansen Jordheim in center, Anya Essling in right field here for Kindred-Richland. First pitch here is a called strike to Mesa Larson. Singled, stole a base in the first inning, scored on the Riley Satcham RBI single. Here she's got a runner on there for her. She'll take a big rip there, but not connect. 0-2. So far as just thinking here with that big rip, trying to send it far. The power hitting in this tournament. We've had 3 home runs, 2 inside the park, 1 over the fence. And over the fence was the last game as Ginger Savakul had that 2-run there to left center. Daisy Sparrow had it inside the park earlier today in the 7th inning. And trying to remember who it was for Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark in that quarterfinals on Thursday that had a first inning inside the park home run. Here's a swing and a miss on the 2-2, and Larson goes down swinging for the first out. 1 down, that will bring up Danica Hansen. Grabbing the roster here, pulling up the Laker information. Here's a ground ball over to third, throw to second. They get the leader out there. So the fielder's choice is Danica Hansen, safe at first. 5-4, the put out at second. Brings up Riley Satcham. 2 down here, runner on first. Singled here in her first at bat, brought in a run. She'll hit it to the same spot. It'll split the gap. A rounding second, rounding third. They're going to send Hansen around. And Satcham, she's on her way to third. They might send, no, they're going to hold her at third. Coach Konchak throwing up the stoplight just at the last moment. And it's an RBI triple. And that ties our score up on your Irie Insurance scoreboard. So the 3-bagger for Riley Satcham. And she'll see if she can come in now with Raina Satcham at the plate. This one called strike. Raina grounded out to third base in her first at-bat. 0 for 1 today against Danica Rath. This one popped up into center field. Jordheim sticking with it and underneath it for the out. The flyout comes after the RBI triple, ties things up at 2 apiece. That's the score on your Irie Insurance scoreboard as we head to the bottom of the third between Mayport CG, Haddon Northwood, and Kindred-Richland on yourliveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Spring is here and the scenery while driving down the road will soon be filled with farm machinery planting this year's crop. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. As fieldwork begins, we want to remind you to take extra caution when approaching large, slow-moving machinery traveling down the road. A successful crop year is one that is accident-free. Irie Insurance offers all lines of insurance, and we would love the opportunity to visit with you. For our contact information, please visit our website at irieins.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
In the bottom of the third inning here with Kindred-Richland coming to the plate. This third place game of the Class B state softball tournament. Here, originally scouted for the championship game to start at 4 o'clock. Well, that's 18 minutes away. That's not going to happen. Should be all right, though. Big thing is some Thompson Tommy fans thought they could double dip here today. Here's they got the boys playing in the baseball championship game after their 2-1 walk-off hit by pitch last night. And then the girls here taking on top-seeded Beulah here today. That's our next game coming up. We'll have both those games for you, audio-only broadcast with yourliveevent.com. Jadson Jordheim gets 2 pitches and gets 2 strikes. Now here comes the third, and it's up high for ball 1. Here, so I imagine we'll have some Tommy fans here with the audio-only broadcast coming through as they watch one of the 2 games in person. Or maybe you're watching both, listening to both. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Here in the Danica Hansen pitching for Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. She'll face the top of the order. Roland chops one over the circle. Hansen can't get the glove on it, and it's a 1-pitch single for Roland. She'll be aboard, and that will bring up Graham Auk. Auk 0 for 1, a deep fly to center field that Strand tracked down her first at bat. Roland at first. And she's looking to run in, but it's a ground ball towards third, and Roland's going to run all the way to third as a throw goes to first, relay back into third, not in time. And Roland will go first to third on the ground out there for Mauk. Or they might be saying it hit her in the batter's box and it would be a fall. And Mauk is coming back to the plate now, picking up the bat. I think that might be what it is. Our umpires are getting together. And they're going to say no. Oh, so a ground out with the runner advancing to third. So that is what they will call. So Roland advancing to third. 2 outs and a runner at third. Brings up Erie Armerman. 0 for 1 here today. Popped out to the catcher Satcham to end the first inning. First pitch to her in the turf, blocked by Raina Satcham behind the plate. Here's Raina Satcham having caught all the innings so far in this 3-day tournament for Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. Always got to give credit to the catchers behind the plate. Oh, you look at the pitch count that the pitchers got to do, and well, 98% of those pitches that they throw, the catcher's still got to give a return throw back to the pitcher. Plus, you got to be in the crouch there, wear and tear in the knees and everything. It's a physical, demanding position, and we've seen good play all around from all the teams there with the catchers. There's a 2-1 count now. As Alderman gets ahead, and she'll have a hitter's count at 3-1. 2 down, runner on third base in a 2-2 game, bottom of the third inning. Hansen sets, and this one off the glove. Foss, a little leap as she went up trying to grab it, and it'll tip off the glove there, and that will be a single there for an RBI. So the Vikings take their first lead as Leah Rowland scores. Brings up Mackenzie Fuchsa. Fuchsa walked her first at bat. Her courtesy runner came around to score. Here's a throw down to first. The runner, though, going to second. The little deke by Ammerman. I don't know what that was called. I was watching the runner. There. So it's either 1-0 or 0-1. 50-50 shot to be right. Here's the pitch. This one popped out of play here for a foul ball. Here's Ammerman at second base now. Here's one, a little number off the bat over at short. They're going to go to first and in time to get the out. No, Fuchsa beat it out. Fuchsa beat it out. There's Ammerman nearly ran into the out, but then Fuchsa does make it just down the line. And then DeBoard will come in as the courtesy runner. Well, Fuchsa at first. So first and third, 2 outs as Mackenzie Fuchsa beats it out, and now it's the dueling Danikas. Danica Rath, Danica Hansen, both pitching, and now Danica Rath is hitting as it's into left field for an RBI. Run will score, and DeBoard moves up a base to second. And the RBI, the run scores, make it now a 4-2 game. Still 2 outs here in this inning. Here, both runs have come with 2 outs. And here's one into the gap in right center field. It will drop in front of Strand. Here she fields it off a hop. Runner's got the good lead, and Rath will come all the way from first to score with a slide. The throw comes home. Schmitz will then go to second base. Here, so the single into right center field, scores 2. There, and keeps the runner out on second base as Board scores from second. Rath scores from first. And then Schmitz safe at second on the throw home, taking the extra base. As Coach Brandt said in the pregame, we want to be aggressive here. And that's what they were, taking that extra base there to keep in scoring position. So 6-2 after a little conference there with the infield for Mayport CG had Northwood. We'll bring up Cora Johnson.
Cora Johnson comes up to the dish.
Johnson 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And this first pitch a called strike. And a delayed steal down to third. The runner slides in safely. Schmitz going part way, waiting for the pitch to come back to the pitcher, or the Satcham to Hansen, but not on that rifle shot, you know, the quick here. And we're going to have another base hit as this one goes into right field, and that will score Schmitz. So Schmitz taking the extra base results in an extra run. Had she not stolen that third base, with the ball going right in front of Sand, likely that would have, at the very least, had a play at the plate. Instead, it's an easy RBI as Schmitz come home. And Cora Johnson is there at first. So Anya Essling will bat now. She'll swing at the 0-1, fall behind 0-2. Lane with a strikeout victim, or first time up. Here, Vikings have batted around this inning as a swing and a miss. Strike three will end it, but they send the 9 to the plate. They get 5 to cross the plate, leading 7-2 on your IRA Insurance scoreboard. Here as we now go to the top of the 4th inning. Mayport CG had Northwood trailing. They'll be at the plate when we return.
Successful teams need a place to practice when the weather doesn't cooperate or the teams just need an extra swing. The Mayport Youth Center provides that option for the Mayport CG School District, summer baseball and softball teams. The Mayport Youth Center is an indoor facility that includes batting cages and field turf. In the winter, the facility is home to the Mayport Ice Dog hockey team. Good luck to the Mayport CG Patriots from the Mayport Youth Center.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Mayport CG had Northwood coming to the plate. Here will be Parker Strand, Madison Sand, Hudson Zerfus due up 1, 2, 3 here for the Patriots. Trailing 7-2 after they gave up 5 runs to Kindred-Richland in the 3rd inning. Here in the bottom of the 3rd after the Patriots had tied it at 2 in the top of the 3rd. They've scored in the 1st and the 3rd inning, have the Patriots, and they're going to try and do the same in the 4th inning as well. There's a ball and a strike. Here, 1-1 the count to Parker Strand. 1 for 1 here today with a flyout. One is ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch here swung on down the line. It is hooking. It will go foul into the corner. Here, and it'll be strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 4th inning. Parker Strand batting here against Danica Rath. Here's Rath ready to set up, waiting for Strand to get in. Time is out, and here's the pitch, ground ball, right side, knocked down and fall ground. There by Johnson trying to stab at it as it was right over the base, but it's fall, and it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Madison Sand on deck, Hudson Zerfus after that. Here's a ball popped down the left field line. That will drift out of play. And again, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Strand picking up a hit, RBI last night here in the loss to Beulah. The Miners will play the Thompson Tommies for the state championship today. Ground ball, second base, off of Mauk at second and into center field. The error will result in the runner reaching. And the leadoff batter on for Mayport CG had Northwood. Brings up Madison Sand. Here, Sand 0 for 1 today. There she scoots out of the way of this first pitch inside for ball 1. One and 0 the count as Rath rocks and delivers. Again looking inside. This time she catches the black for that strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
You're trying to.
Here's the windup of the pitch.
Got an impromptu Middle League game going on in the field there over the left field fence too. Bring your own bats and balls and go ahead and play a game. Here's a 2-1 that's low and gets away from Fuchs. The runner will break and Strand will be safe at second on the pass ball. Whoa. Made me think that was my vehicle honking for a second there. Ooh. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, ball forward, gets away from the catcher, so we'll move up at third base as well. And then going straight to second, they're going to throw back to third and get the runner retreating. So Strand was on second, goes to third on the pass ball. And then Sand safe at second there, so second and third. Runners will be in scoring position for the Patriots. Hudson Zerfus looking now. The pitch to her is high for a ball 1. Hudson Zerfus, then Sister Reagan Zerfus next up. Here's the 1-0. Turns it into a 2-0.
2 balls and no strikes.
7-2 our score. Mayport CG. The odd innings have played at a run each here in the 4th. Trying to break that trend.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch.
This one crosses for a strike. Zerfus will step out. Couple practice cuts. Gets back into the box, and here it comes. And this one popped up. Third base, foul territory, caught. It'll be the P5 there in foul territory. Runners hold. And the first out now, Reagan Zerfus will come to the plate.
Brings up Reagan Zerfus, the left fielder, 0-for-1 today as well.
Reagan Zerfus, pop out here to second base in her first at bat. She'll swing at this one, grounded here to the left side. Oh, and we got a collision as shortstop and Roland and the runner Sand run into each other. And we're going to have the runner have to return back here to the base as Sand is called out. And Reagan Zerfus will be safe. So safe there on what will go down as the fielder's choice. There as Parker Strand has to hold at third. Madison Sand out as offensive interference is called. So the 2 outs, runners on the corners. Here now, runner goes for second to throw down, and the tag just misses. There's Reagan Zerfus steals in, and then Parker Strand will steal home. Here, so the run coming across. 7-3. Ball 1 to Alicia Foss. She showed bunt, pulled it back, and now here comes pitch number 2. This one swung on. Diving stop at third by Ironman. She'll get it to first with the bounce and step on the bases, Johnson. Good job to field and find the bag behind her, and the ground out to end it. So the 1 run comes across, and it will be 7-3, the score on your Irie Insurance scoreboard. Here as we head to the bottom of inning number 4 on yourliveevent.com.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Bottom of inning number 4. Kindred-Richland at the plate. Mayport CG had Northwood in the field with the Vikings leading 7-3. Here's a swing and a miss. Strike one to Jansen Jordheim. Danica Hansen continuing to pitch in the circle for the Patriots. Jordheim then the top of the order with Leah Rowland and Brea Mauk. Here's the 0-1 to Jordheim. And that one missing for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here is Jordheim, 0 for 1 today with that strikeout in that last at bat. She shows bunt, pulls it back. It's called a ball. Jordheim led off last inning with that strikeout when Kindred-Richland sent 9 to the plate for that 5-run third inning. Trying to find similar success here. See if they can repeat history. Called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here to the leadoff batter in the number 9 hole. This one swing and a miss. There for the strikeout swinging. Jordheim down, so Rowland comes up. Leah Rowland, 1 for 2 today, struck out in the first inning. Singled, came around to score a run. Last inning, and this one hit well down the left field line, and it will be tracked down by Reagan Zerfus out there in left. Running here to her right and reaching up with the gloved hand to haul it in. So 2 down, and Alk will come up. We might have a pinch hitter here. As talking with Brandt, might be Mathis coming up to hit. Is there an 8 on the back of that jersey there? Here, turn around. Let us see the number. Nope, 13. So that'll be Abby Robinson. Abby Robinson will come in as the pinch hitter. Here, one of the Viking seniors. So Robinson come in here into the book in this third place game. And look at that. She's even handed the mask back to the umpire. He took it off so he could write in the scorecard and then says, here you go. All right. So Robinson, with nobody out or with nobody on and 2 out, takes the first pitch for strike 1. We'll see if Robinson stays out there at second base defensively as well.
0-1 count to Robinson facing Danica Hansen.
Here's the 0-1. That one low for a ball. 1-1. Here, 2 down, and the pitch. Swung. Miss there for strike 2.
Hansen looking for her 6th strikeout here this outing in the 3rd place game at the state tournament.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the base is empty. Here comes the pitch to Abby Robinson. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That will be the 3rd out in the inning. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4th inning. Here, so let's head to the top of inning number 5. Patriots will bat. They trail by 4 on your IRE Insurance scoreboard.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground, is going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Nile with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Substitutions ahead of the top of the 5th inning for the Kindred-Richland Vikings. Cora Johnson will come into pitch. Danica Rath will go play first base. The straight swap there. Also, Bramalk will re-enter at second base. Here for Kindred-Richland as well. So in for the Vikings defensively again at second base. So Cora Johnson pitching, Mackenzie Fuchs catching, Danica Rath at first base, Bramalk at second, Leah Rowland at shortstop, Avery Auerman at third base, Leona Schmitz in left field, Jansen Jordheim in center, Anya Essling at right field. There's the defensive alignment for the Vikings as Lisa Larson, top of the order, takes the first pitch, ball 1. This one misses, ball 2. 2-0. Here to the shortstop, leadoff hitter, Mesa Larson for Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. This one, no, that will be a strike. Strike call. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here with Danica Hansen, Riley Satram on deck. Here's one, fouled out of play. Even count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here with top of the order for the Patriots. Good chance for them to try and get some offense going. Trailing by 4 runs, and it'll be 3 balls, 2 strikes as this one didn't come out of the hand right. Bounces there to the home plate. 3-2. Here's a pitch swung on down the left field line, and it will drift and land foul. One of those coffin corner shots into foul territory on that left field line. We have had 2 light towers hit here this tournament. 1 down third, 1 down first.
Cora Johnson taking the call here.
Cora Johnson with a 3-2 offering now here to Mesa Larson, and it's ball 4. Larson aboard at first base. Here we'll see if they put her in motion, small ball her around, try and get some offense, some runs going here. Manufacture some offense. Danica Hansen will bat. 0 for 2 today with a fly out and then ground into a fielder's choice. She has scored a run though. First pitch, strike. There to Hansen. Cora Johnson coming on here in the 5th inning after we look at the pitching line here with the Margina Insurance in-game update. Pitching line for Danica Rath, 4 innings. Here faced 18 batters, gave up 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 walk in the game for her. Here's Danica Hansen. She'll fall this one out of play. Count remains, no balls, 2 strikes.
Damage is done out there here at Shields Complex parking lots.
Here, runner on first and Mesa Larson.
0-2 count. Here to Hansen.
And this one runs inside. Hansen, a little scoot out of the way.
1 ball, 2
The
strikes.
pitch comes through, and oops, excuse me.
First base, 7-5, 7-3.
1-2 offering. Also comes inside here, makes it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Count moves to 2-2 now. Is that
Trying to work that inner half of the plate, but the pitch getting away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Mayport CG had Northwood here as we get a cut on and a foul tipped.
Ball tipped back.
Well, we'll stay alive as the ball bounces to the backstop.
UPS store in brings you state tournament coverage. They're open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. It's the UPS store for all your packing and
That
shipping needs.
game between Central Cass and Langdon area Edmore Munich baseball game should get going here fairly shortly. Chase Miller with the call in that one of the 3rd place game for the Class B state baseball tournament. Then he'll have the championship call as well with Thompson and more Litchfield Marion. Here's a ball into the gap in right center field. Taking the turn at second, heading to third. They're going to wave Larson around home. The throw will come to the plate, not in time, and the runner moves up to second as well. So Mesa Larson motoring around. Coach Konchak never even thought about stopping that windmill that he had going, saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. And the single for the RBI brings in the run, and Danica Hansen then also goes to second. They're safe on the throw. Makes it 7-4. We'll bring up Riley Satcham. Here's the pitch to her outside for a ball. 2 at-bats, 2 hits, 2 RBIs for Riley Satcham today. And the pitch to her is outside for a ball. Riley Satcham with Raina Satcham behind her in the order. Here's the game's come down here to, or the margin is cut down to a 3-run game. Swing and a miss. Ball just rolls a couple inches away
Just a quick reminder,
from
fans,
Fuchsa.
there is a no sunflower seed rule at the Shields complex. So please
2
do
balls,
not
1 strike.
throw your sunflower seeds on the
Our
ground.
count here. Nobody out in the top of the 5th. And the pitch comes on the black for the strike. 2-2 our count. Riley Satcham, single, triple, air. Been left on the base paths both times though. Made it up to third base both times. Has not got past third base. Here's one coming up high. It'll be a ball 3. Full count to the designated player here today, Riley Satcham, hitting for the first baseman, Clint Galdi. And the full count delivery, ball 4. So Riley Satcham has reached base 3 times today. And now Raina Satcham, who has yet to reach base, comes to the plate. A ground out and a fly out in her 2 at-bats. Before this pitch, though, we're going to have Kenzie Fuchsa walking out and just talking with the pitcher, Cora Johnson. Get on the same page, a little pat on the back, and let's go. So Raina Satcham at the plate, Riley Satcham at first base, Danica Hansen at second. Hansen with the RBI single to score Mesa Larson here this inning, making it 7-4 in this top of the 5th. Patriots just creeping back in here with runs in the last 3 innings. First pitch goes up high to Raina Satcham. Here in this 5th inning, Parker Strand on deck. And the pitch comes here for a strike. Even count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. It's game number 11 of the tournament, which means 1 game left, and that's the state championship game coming up after this one. Here's a ball hit into right field, and Essling's there to make the catch. Gets it in quickly, no advancement by the runners. F9 for the out, 1 down. Parker Strand now bats.
Parker Strand.
Brings up Parker Strand.
Strand here, 0 for 2. Has flown out to left and reached on error here, but she has also scored a run. First pitch to her, strike 1. It was the unearned run to come across in the 4th inning for Mayport CG had Northwood. Here with a chance here to, ooh, look out there as that one hits the netting, rolls back into the field of play, but it's a foul ball. They're trying to bring that run in from second, and you got good speed with Riley Satcham at first. One to the gap, very likely would cut it down to a one-run game. And she's got to do with 2 strikes on her. This one missing for a ball 1. Huh. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch popped up and should be in. Oh, it's going to drift into foul territory, so no infield fly rule. Instead, it's just going to be a pop out for out number 2 as it's gloved by the catcher, Fuchsa. So, drifts over. Fuchsa makes the catch, and 2 down, brings up Madison Sand. First pitch to her is there for strike 1. Sand a strikeout and a walk. Stole the base and then called out for offensive interference. Here she went with a collision with Roland at shortstop and a ground ball to her, trying to advance to third. 1-1 the count. There's the pitch is there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 2 down, runners on, first and second. Sand trying to get a 2-strike approach here as it's cut on and fouled off of her as it hits her before she leaves the batter's box.
Again, runners here at first and second.
Danica Hansen out at second base. Riley Satcham at first. Feels like they've been there for a while.
Trailing by 3 are the Patriots.
Here's the last couple batters. Here now this long a bat. Here's this one's fall off again. Walk, single walk to start the inning for Mayport CG. Hat Northwood brought in 1 run. And now here's a wild pitch to the backstop. Will move the runners up. So Hansen safe at third on the wild pitch, and Riley Satcham goes to second. 2-2 and another wild pitch, and this will gets to it quickly, and Fuchs are going to run the runner back to third as it bounced right back off the chain link. Here, and so it'll be a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Fuchs are just running the runner back rather than throwing down. Full count pitch and a ground ball right side. Here picked up by Moak and throw over to Rath at first for the final out. So 1 run comes across, but 2 runners are stranded on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your IRA Insurance scoreboard reads Kindred-Richland 7, Mayport CG Hatton Northwood 4 on yourliveevent.com.
Congratulations on a great season from Dakota Natural Gas, American Crystal Sugar Company, Ag Country Farm Credit Services, Bloomfield Enterprise, RDK Enterprises, Hillsboro and Drayton, Hillsboro EDC. There's more at Exit 104. Goose River Bank, Mayville, Hillsboro, Hatton. Irie Insurance, IRIEINS.com. Halsted Telephone Company, Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Good luck, Tommies, from everyone at Thompson Public Schools, where their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. A thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff that made this a great school year. And a special congratulations and good luck to the graduating class of 2023. You can find out more about the great things happening in Thompson Public Schools, plus summer camp information, 2023-2024 school year calendar dates, information, and athletic requirements. TPS-K12.org. Go Tommies!
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Kindred-Richland to the plate as they lead 7-4 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Here to extend their lead out here in these late innings. Here's the first pitch to Avery Ammerman is a strike one. Danica Rath pitching here is this one. Ground ball right side over to Foss. She'll toss to Galdi at first, and that will be the first out. Routine 4-3 ground ball. Brings up Mackenzie Fuchsa. Fuchsa here today, 1 for 1, a walk and a single. Here, her courtesy runner then, Remy DeBoard, has scored 2 runs. As this one comes low for a ball. 1-0 the count here to Fuchsa. And this one popped out of play for a fall. On deck, Danica Raff, Eliana Schmitz for Kindred-Richland. Ball bounced to the plate. Ball 2. 2-1. Here's seeing the crowd build a little bit here out in the outfield. You got some of the teams that have already competed today sticking around a little bit. Also, fans that thought that championship game was going to start 20 minutes ago out there gathering early as well. Full count now. Here to Mackenzie Fuchsa. Placing games going a little longer than anticipated this morning. Ball 4. Fuchsa walks down, and now we'll likely see the courtesy runner, Remy DeBoard, coming out. And there she grabs the helmet, runs out to first. High five as they cross in the infield. And a fist bump over there at first base as well as DeBoard gets in. And she scored 2 runs here as the courtesy runner. Danica Rath here. She's down an error and singled in her 2 at-bats. Now here's a ground ball towards third. And Hudson Zerfus will go to second there and get the lead runner. That's all they'll get, but the fielder's choice erases 1 and gets him a second out. There, and so DeBoard forced out at second. Eliana Schmitz will bat now. A strikeout and a single. Here she had 2 RBIs on a single her last at bat to right center field. Take the first pitch, ball 1. Now ground 1 to the left side for a base hit. She's going to take a big turn, look, and hold up at first. There's Rath. Advances there to second. So Schmitz.
First base, number 17, Cora Johnson.
There is Cora Johnson trying to put a ball in play herself. Strikeout and a single with an RBI last time. And now the pitch, she's going to show bunt, pull back. Ball gets away from the catcher, Satcham, as she went to transfer it, and the pass ball there, but runners going there, so safe there with the stolen base. A ball fouled off out of play. So 0-2. To Cora Johnson. And to tack on some extra runs here in the 5th. Here's Mayport CG. Haddon Northwood has scored in 3 consecutive and 4 of the 5 innings that they have come to the plate here today. Kindred-Richland with 2 in the 2nd, 5 in the 3rd for their offensive production. Hoping for a 2-out base hit. Cora Johnson at the plate. Now the pitcher for Kindred-Richland.
For back-to-back RBIs here in this ball game. He's got runners in scoring position.
Here's the 1-2. This one falls to the backstop. Johnson sticking around, staying alive here.
Count remains.
Trying to pick up an extra RBI. She did in that 5-run third inning.
That 1-2. Here's the windup of the pitch.
This one line foul out of play. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. There's where we get the count corrected there.
Here's the windup of the pitch.
And this one swung on, fall tipped. Fall tip there. So count stays 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there we go.
2 down. As Cora Johnson
5
for the pitch from Danica Hansen.
Yeah, 5 hits in the game for Mayport CG, 7 for Kindred-Richland. There's the Vikings get a ground ball towards second. A slow rounder. Foss waits on it, and it boots away from her. And the error allows Johnson to reach in the run to score. So the run comes in, and lead extends.
Sammy Brandt, the head coach
So
here of the Kindred Vikings, will
now we'll have a change coming here. And we're going to see what we're going to have.
here just a moment. Waiting to see the number coming here.
Brand pointing out here of here's where I'm going, here's what I'm doing, is trying to get all the numbers changed. And I don't know if it's going to just be a straight batter or a runner or a combination of both, or what she's going to switch up here on the lineup card. She gets it all squared away with our umpire. And it looks like it will be with Mathis. I think you said number 8. Yes. That will be Olivia Mathis there, number 8. She'll come in to hit for Anya Essling. So Olivia Mathis will bat. Runners here on the corners.
Number 8, Olivia Mathis.
2 down here in the 5th inning. The other senior for Kindred-Richland as the runner goes for second, the throw down, and the tag is there, and the other runner not coming across the plate in time. So out on the 2-4 caught stealing. That will retire the inning for Kindred-Richland as we go to the top of the 6th here, and a 8-4 score on your IRA Insurance scoreboard.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
So the defensive substitutions, Olivia Mathis will stay in the game. She'll be out in left field. Here for Kindred-Richland with the substitution there. She came up to the plate, but the runner was thrown out, so she'll stay in there out in left. So therefore, Eliana Schmitz there. Mathis comes in. 1 ball, 1 strike now here to Hudson Zerfus, leading off the inning for Kindred-Richland. This one is up for ball 1.
Here's Zerfus looking to go 1 for 3 here today. 2-1 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss.
Here's the swing here for 2-2 the count now.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here to the number 7 batter.
2-2 count and strike 3. Johnson gets the punch out, the backwards K on that one.
Her first strikeout since she came into the
Third
fifth.
strikeout as a team. First for Johnson. Danica Rath, who starts the game, had 2 strikeouts in her innings pitched here today. Here's a ball hit to right field. Anya Esslin and drops out of the glove. It drops out of the glove and will be a runner aboard on first. So the error in right.
Brings up Alicia Foss.
And Alicia Foss will come up now with 1 down and a runner on in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch popped up, back out of play. Alicia Foss batting, Reagan Zerfus at first base after reaching on the error. Here comes the pitch to Foss, low and at the feet, dances out the way. And Olivia Mathis in left field now here for the defense for Kindred-Richland with Jansen Jordheim staying in center, Anya Esslin in right. Kenzie Fuchs behind the plate, Danica Rath at first, Ramalk at second, Leah Rowland at short, Avery Auerman at third base, and Cora Johnson doing the pitching. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here now from Johnson to Foss. Called, strike 3. Got her looking. Second strikeout there. Brings up the top of the order now with Mesa Larson.
Now hitting shortstop, number 3, Mesa Larson.
Here Larson 1 for 2 today with a single, a strikeout, and a walk. Here she's also scored 2 of the 4 runs for Mayport CG had Northwood. Ground ball, shortstop, Roland Fields throws, and Rath is there at first. 6-3 ground out, and that will end the inning there for Mayport CG had Northwood. Here as we go to the bottom of inning number 6, Kindred-Richland leads 8-4. Your IRA Insurance scoreboard.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
The Mayport CG Booster Club is here to support, promote, and encourage all Patriot sports and academic activities. The Mayport CG Booster Club members strive each year to make events within Mayport CG schools a very rewarding experience for the students, athletes, and spectators alike. For more information, like the Mayport CG Booster Club on Facebook. Best of luck to the teams competing in today's game, and go Patriots!
Here will be coming to the plate for Kindred-Richland. We'll see what they do. It will be Anya Esslin to bat. So she's re-entering to hit after Olivia Mathis had gone in, but the runner was thrown out for the 3rd out. Here in the bottom of the 5th. And so it will be Esslin batting. Here now for Kindred-Richland. Showing punt, pulling it back. Here in the pitch, ball one from Danica Hansen. There's Hansen in this one in her 6th inning of work. It comes up high for a ball. 5 innings, 8 runs, 5 of them earned runs, 8 strikeouts, 7 hits against 2 walks here for Hansen. Ground ball towards third, off the glove, and will be an error. Reaching there on the error, puts the runner board at first. So we'll bring up Jansen Jordheim. Jordheim batting here today. Strikeouts in her first 2 at-bats. Shows bunt, pulls it back, throw down to third or first on the snap throw into right field, but backed up. Sand and also Foss, the second baseman, over there to get to it quickly. It was a called strike. So 0-1 here to Jansen Jordheim. This one up for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
8-4. Kindred-Richland leading here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Strike number 2.
And after this game, we'll have our post-game report. Get you set for the pregame of our championship game with the number 1 seeded Beulah Miners versus the unseeded Thompson Tommies. Here's a pitch and a snap throw down to first. Runner breaks for second, and Essling stealing. There after the stolen base. The first one here today for Essling. Here's a pitch coming low and a full count now to Jansen Jordheim. Top of the order on deck for Leah Rowland. This one will be.
Now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Oh, no, it was 2-2 before. Okay, now it's 3-2. Just a pitch ahead. Sometimes you can tell the future. Not to brag. Here's the full count. It's popped off out of play.
That one's going to be fouled back up the first base line.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second is Anya Essling. Jansen Jordheim takes the pitch. Ball 4. Ball 4 to fill first base. So 2 on, nobody out. Top of the order coming to the dish. Leah Rowland, strikeout, single, fly out, run scored here in the game. There are 3 attempts here against Danica Hansen. First pitch to her. Called strike. As Rowland takes that one. Here, so 0-1. And this one, check swing, held off, and that's 1-1. All missing. 1-1 count. And the pitch. Ground ball, left side, through. They're going to take the turn at third. They're going to send the runner around on the wide turn, and this in safely. Standing up is Essling. Anya Essling with the run scored on the RBI base hit. Making it now 9-4. Here, and Jordheim goes to second, and Rowland takes that spot at first. Malka will bat now. Here she is 0 for 2 today with a fly out and a ground out. First pitch to her, strike 1. Here tossing a fresh softball from the one's hit out of play. This one comes inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch rolled to the plate for ball 2. Here's Hansen up over 100 pitches in this one.
Liners gather here on the third base side. They're
Here.
set ready for the state championship. Will they meet Thompson?
And this one down the right field line, twisting foul.
That one's going to go foul on the
The fan walking by says, oh, that came closer than I thought it was going to. 2-2 the count.
Here's the 2-2 pitch.
This one up high. Satcham behind the plate jumps up, and Raina Satcham reins it in. Full count, 3-2. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth.
Fuchsa will bat after that to the
Ray Mauk at the plate.
3-2 pitch.
And this one, oh, had her out in front on the changeup and the strike three swinging. Brings up now Avery Ammerman. Ammerman 1 for 3 here today. Fly out, single, ground out. She scored a run, has an RBI as well.
First pitch to Ammerman.
And this one, swing and a miss for a strike. Here with Mackenzie Fuchsa on deck in the order. And this pitch
Ball back, strike 2.
all back for a strike, 0-2. Fuchsa on deck, Rath in the hole. Then I believe Olivia Mathis would be there batting in place of Eliana Schmitz. Mathis did come in as a pinch hitter for Essling, but no official at bat recorded because the runner was thrown out on the steal. And so I think what happened then was Essling re-entered for Schmitz and then shifted Mathis over to left field defensively. So we'll see there, or if
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here with 1 down. Runners at
Schmitz re-enters. Could be that case too. We'll have to get to that spot in the lineup though. There's a 2-strike, 2-ball count, and it's fouled off, out of play. Just doing my best to look ahead with that lineup card there.
2-2 pitch.
2-2 grounded back here to Hansen as she bobbles it here. Throw to first. Galdi drops it, and the runner's safe now coming in and home, and the throw is not in time. So Jansen Jordheim will score. Leah Rowland will go to third, and the error will allow Ammerman to reach. She'll be aboard at first. There, so Jordheim scoring on the error. Going to
Now hitting the catcher, number 16,
third.
Mackenzie Fuchsa.
So runners on the corners. We get that on there. And here Fuchs at the plate. Runner goes. It's cut off. And the stolen base for Ammerman.
Shortstop Larson.
10-4 here in the sixth. It's Mackenzie Fuchsa batting with an 0-1 count. Shows bunt and lays it down in front. Throw here to first is in time for 1 out. And the safety squeeze brings Leah Rowland in. So the sacrifice bunt, 2-3, and Rowland scores. Ammerman to third. Makes it 11-4. Danica Rath will now bat. Here with 2 outs. Not sure what the umpire conversation is about right now. Umpires are having a conversation out there. And they're going to rule that a foul ball. So Fuchsa will be back at the plate. So Fuchsa at the plate with an 0-1 count. Here the run comes off. And it's back to 10-4 with only 1 out. Here now, umpire having a conversation with Coach Brandt, too, getting some clarification. So we're going to have the meeting in the circle as well with the Mayport CG Haddon Northwood infield. While they talk that all out, we're going to take a quick break and see exactly here what we got going on, too, here when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com. And
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
so with an 0-2 count, Fuchsa will swing and ground it to shortstop. They'll get the out at first, and the runners advance. So, okay, back to 11-4. Back to 2 outs. Back to a runner on third. And Fuchsa, instead of getting a sacrifice, she grounds out for an RBI. Here now, this pitch here for Danica Rath out to center field. That will be it for the third out. So that will bring it to the top of the 7th, 11-4. The score on your Irie Insurance scoreboard. Kindred-Richland leading Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. Last chance for the Patriots when we come back.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Final chance for Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. They need 7 runs. Here's they take on Kindred-Richland in this third place game. 11-4 is where we sit. Mayport CG had scored in 3 consecutive innings in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, the run apiece. Then got blanked in the 6th, and now they come up here in the 7th with the 2, 3, 4 hitters. Danica Hansen, Riley Satcham, Raina Satcham. Scheduled due up. So Hansen, the pitcher, stepping in the first pitch, swing and a miss. Hansen singled her last time up. She's also flown out and grounded into a fielder's choice. Has 1 run, 1 RBI here today. And the ball well hit into the gap in left center field. That should drop for extras as she will take the turn at first. Head on her way to second, and she will pull up with a leadoff double. The double to start things off. A good sign on the first at bat for the Patriots. Now Riley Satcham batting here. Designated player for Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. And this one fouled to the backstop. Or a strike. Cora Johnson. Here is, she came in to start the 5th. Here, so this is her 3rd full inning. Here, so Johnson in line for the long relief save here today. This one up and throw down to second, and the runner. Ooh, what do we got? We got kind of a half of both sides, and they're going to say safe. Started to punch the tick and then said safe. So ball and runner is safe. Fuchs with a good throw down to get behind the runner Hansen. Here's Riley Satcham batting.
Coming here from Cora Johnson.
And this one inside for a ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
2-1 our count. Nobody out. Runner on second base. Top of inning number 7.
Here's the lineup of the pitch.
This one up high off the glove to the backstop. Wild pitch moves the runner up. Hansen safe on third after that wild pitch.
Puts the count to 3-1.
Here, and hitters count for Riley Satcham. And then this one hit foul. Full count now. Raina Satcham on deck for Mayport CG had Northwood. And Beulah off to our left. Thompson off to our right. Both groups of teams milling around, waiting to get their chance to get on the field. So we get a ball 4, and Satcham going to take the turn at first and get back to the bag. So Raina Satcham will come up to bat now. And this will be the 4th at bat for Raina Satcham. A couple flyouts and a ground out 0 for 3. 2 runners on though. Likely to see Riley Satcham trying to take second base. Here as the first pitch comes for a strike. Satcham stayed put on that one. Raina Satcham at the plate. Riley Satcham at first. Danica Hansen at third. Here comes the pitch inside for a ball.
Way inside for ball number
1-1. Cora Johnson here pitching.
1-1 the counts. Here's the lineup.
As the pitch is missing for a ball. Looks like Schmitz is back out in left field as well, re-entering the game for the Vikings. Here's this pitch, fall back out of play.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nobody out. Runners on first, runners on third. Here in a 2-2 count for the Mayport CG had Northwood catcher. This one low for a ball. The throw goes down to third. No one's covering at third. And we're going to have a stolen base with Danica Hansen coming in to score at home on the error. And Riley Satcham stealing at second. So 6-run game now. Here on the miscue that time. 8th combined error by the 2 teams in my count. 5 for Mayport CG, 3 for Kindred-Richland. Unusual for these 2 teams. Usually pretty sure-handed. 3-2 offering is popped up left field and will be caught there in left with Schmitz. So that's the first out here this 7th inning.
Now hitting center fielder number 27, Parker Strand.
Vikings now 2 outs away from claiming a 3rd place finish.
Reached out an error back in the 4th. Top of that.
Parker Strand 0 for 3 here today. It's flown out to left, popped out to second. Reached down an error. Scored a run back in the 4th inning. Here's the first pitch to her is ball 1. And this one up for a ball.
High in the zone for a ball. Ball number 2.
And our championship game here today was originally scheduled for 4 o'clock. And we're going to be about an hour and a half late when that one gets started. Behind schedule. Here's a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Parker Strand. One down, runner on second base. This pitch catches for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 the count. Johnson waiting here. Strand gets in the box, and the pitch delivered for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And the count moves to full.
Here in this top of the 7th, 1 run has come across from Mayport CG, had Northwood. Here they're trying to keep that going as the pitch is up for a ball. Ball 4 will fill first base. And Coach Brandt going to come out, take a conversation. We'll take a break here. 11-5 the score here in the top of the 7th, and looks like we're going to have a pitching change here as Rath will re-enter. So we'll be back after this.
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We at Irie Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Danica Rath back in the circle for Kindred-Richland as the Vikings leading by 6 runs, but run into some trouble here in the 7th. 11-5 the score as Mayport CG had Northwood trying to extend it here. Madison Sand will bat. Here's 1 out, runners on second and first. Sand 0 for 2 here today. Ground ball, chop foul. And with that pitching change, gave us a chance here to catch up, say hi to Coach Chandler, Matt Chandler for the Thompson Tommies, as they'll be taking on the Beulah Miners. They're coming up at audio-only broadcast here on yourliveevent.com.
1-2 pitch.
Here's a pitch called strike 3. Are looking for the strikeout, and now the 1 out remains in this 3rd place championship game.
For the Patriots, number 24, Hudson Zerfus.
Hudson Zerfus will bat here as this pitch misses for ball 1. Ground out, fly out, strikeout here for Zerfus in this one. Hudson Zerfus. Reagan Zerfus on deck should Hudson reach.
1 ball, 1 strike.
There's a strike call. The ball on a strike now as Rath quickly set to deliver. Brings up a strike 2. Last strike for the Patriots. Zerfus steps into the box. Here comes the pitch. This one swing and a miss. Strike 3. That will end it as the Kindred-Richland Vikings claim 3rd place here at the 2023 Class B State Fast Pitch Softball Tournament. Kindred-Richland with the 11-5 victory over Mayport CG had Northwood and their Irie Insurance scoreboard. Stick with us. We'll have more coming up and with our post-game report after this.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Kindred-Richland Vikings with the 11-5 victory over the Mayport CG Patriots. They are your third-place finishers here at state this year, with the Patriots then falling in line as the fourth-place finishers. Let's look at our game summary in this one as Mayport CG strikes first in the first inning. Mesa Larson singles, comes in to score on a Riley Satcham RBI single and the 1-0 lead. But Kindred-Richland would come back with a pair of unearned runs in the second. After Mackenzie Fuchsa would reach on a walk, Danica Rath would reach on an error and then would come in to score on a throwing error as well. For the two unearned runs to come across in the 2-1 lead. But quickly tied up when Danica Hansen scored on a Riley Satcham RBI triple in the top of the third. And it was 2-2 going to the bottom when the Vikings sent 9 to the plate, scoring 5 runs in that inning. Eliana Schmitz with a 2 RBI single. Danica Rath had an RBI single as well. So did Avery Ammerman, as they all had RBIs. Plus, they all scored runs in that inning there for the 5 runs to come across and make it 7-2 at that point. Mayport CG had Northwood would get a run in the fourth as Parker Strand would reach on an error and would score on a double steal here with 2 outs in the inning. In the fifth, Mesa Larson would lead off with a walk. She would come in to score on a Danica Hansen RBI single. And in the seventh, Danica Hansen would lead off with a double. She would come in to score on an error, and that would be the scoring for Mayport CG Hat Northwood. Kindred-Richland would get unearned runs, 4 unearned runs in the fifth and sixth innings combined, with Danica Rath, Anya Essling, Jansen Jordheim, and Leah Rowland all scoring unearned runs in those frames. And that would be your final there, 11-5. Here our final score game summary in this one. Let's look at our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection in this one. And the connection in this one, here we look back to the third inning in that big rally for Kindred-Richland, as it was a 2-out rally here with a going single, 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 single. 5 straight hits for the Vikings, including a 2 RBI base hit from Eliana Schmitz. And they had helped to bring in the 5 runs as that broke open the lead for them. They were connected at the plate, and you can be connected with Halstead Telephone Company. Discover local reliability you can trust online, halsteadtel.com. And let's also go ahead right away, talk Precision. Precision with RDK Enterprises, Hillsborough, and Drayton online, planterdoc.com, the website. Precision in this one, we're going to give credit here to Danica Rath as she starts the game and then comes on in relief. Here gets the final couple outs in the game. But in the circle here with the 4 2/3 innings, giving up the 3 runs, 4 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 walk, but also able to come in late after going back to first base, coming back to the pitcher's circle and able to get the last few outs there. That's being precise there in the late innings. So she is your RDK Enterprises Precision player in the game. Stick with us here, our post-game report on yourliveevent.com. Here with Kindred-Richland, 11-5 victors over Mayport CG Haddon Northwood on your Irie Insurance scoreboard and yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsborough. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsborough. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsborough.
Final score with the Kindred-Richland Vikings picking up the victory over Mayport CG Haddon Northwood 11-5. Let's go here with our Enbridge Energy player of the game here and bringing the energy in this one with the Vikings defeating the Patriots. And the energy here, we're going to go with Eliana Schmitz. Had the 2 RBI single in the third, went 2 for 3 at the plate here today. Also stole 2 bases here in the game as she would bring the energy there, and she will be our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Remember, life takes energy. You can find out more online. The website tomorrowison.com with Enbridge Energy. All of our final stats that come back here with that, and then we'll transition over for our championship game. The third place game goes to the Kindred-Richland Vikings over the Mayport CG Haddon Northwood Patriots, as you heard it on yourliveevent.com.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Post-game report here on YourLiveEvent.com as the Kindred-Richland Vikings are your third-place finishers here at the State Class B softball tournament, with Mayport CG Haddon Northwood taking fourth place after the 11-5 victory for the Vikings. Let's look at our final stats in this one. Mesa Larson going 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored. She would also walk and steal a base. Danica Hansen at the plate was 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored, had a double, an RBI. Riley Satcham going 2 for 2 at the plate with a triple and 2 RBIs plus 2 walks and a stolen base. Raina Satcham 0 for 4 here today. It was Parker Strand going 0 for 3 with a walk, a run scored, and a stolen base. Madison Sand would be 0 for 3, but she'd walk and steal a base. Hudson Zerfus 0 for 4 with Reagan Zerfus going 0 for 3 with a stolen base. Alicia Foss would be 1 for 3 here today, and defensively, it would be 5 errors in the game for Mayport CG Haddon Northwood. Pitching-wise, it would be Danica Hansen, 6 innings pitched, 11 runs, 5 earned runs, 9 strikeouts, 8 hits, 3 walks in the loss. For the Kindred-Richland Vikings, here, Leah Rowland would go 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Rhea Malka would go 0 for 3 at the plate. Avery Ammerman would go 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI plus 2 stolen bases. Mackenzie Fuchsa would have a 1 for 2 today at the plate with a RBI, 2 walks. Danica, and then for Fuchsa, it would be Remy DeBoard coming in to run. She would score 2 runs. Danica Rath would go 1 for 4 with 3 runs scored. She had an RBI and 2 stolen bases. Eliana Schmitz would go 2 for 3 with a run scored. She'd have 2 RBIs and 2 stolen bases. Cora Johnson was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs here today for the Vikings. Anya Essling would go 0 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base. Jansen Jordheim 0 for 2 with a run scored. She'd also walk. And it was Olivia Mathis had a plate appearance, and so did Abby Robinson. Robinson going 0 for 1 in her appearance. 3 errors in the game defensively for Kindred-Richland. Pitching, Danica Rath will get the win here with a 4 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 walk. Cora Johnson came on relief. She'll get the hold, 2 innings, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 2 runs, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, 2 hits, 4 walks allowed for her. That'll be your final score in this one, as Kindred-Richland with the victory over Mayport CG Haddon Northwood, 11-5 the final score, as the Vikings with 11 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors, 3 runners left on base. Patriots 5 runs, 6 hits, 5 errors, 8 runners left on base. Thanks for joining us here for our third place game. We're going to transition over to the championship game broadcast. That's coming your way next here after the Kindred-Richland Vikings 11-5 victory over the Mayport CG Haddon Northwood Patriots. Thanks again for joining us here today. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and we'll look forward to being back with you here at the championship game coming up next on YourLiveEvent.com.